hurdles gets ready. The women are actually got quite a few minutes yet. They haven't quite got fully stripped down to the racing kit, and you can see them down there marching around, just trying to relax. So in these last few moments, they've had many of the athletes out very early indeed for some of the rounds as well as the finals, and that's when the nerves really can start to play a part.
Well, Kim Batten setting a world record 2 years ago in the World Championships, 52.61. She lifted gold in Sweden by just 1/100th of a second, you may remember, from Tonya Buford-Bailey, her teammate. Dion Hemmings was third on that occasion, but Hemmings now the Olympic champion, starts in lane 4 here with Kim Batten, her main rival perhaps, in the lane outside her. That's a very nice lane draw indeed for Hemmings. Susan Smith, the Irish girl, has done tremendously well to make this final. Andrea Blackett of Barbados. Now there's not a name that is particularly familiar just yet. She's only 21, born in London actually. Best of 54.74 set at these championships. She starts in 1, Buford-Bailey is in 2. Not really in the form that we saw 2 years ago. She also took the bronze medal last year at the Olympic Games, but hasn't broken 54 seconds yet this year. Second in the American Championships behind Kim Batten. But when she took the silver in Gothenburg, she did better Sally Gunnell's old world record, the only problem being that Kim Batten beat her to the line by the thickness of her vest. Nezha bidouane. Now, she could spring a surprise here. She hasn't broken 54 seconds before these championships. She's 27 years old now, and the Moroccan, a very late developer, has caused a few surprises on the circuit this year, notably with a big win in Rome at the beginning of June, beating Hemmings and Batten. There is the Olympic champion though from Jamaica. Jamaica's first female Olympic champion. Bronze medalist, as I said, 2 years ago, 6 times Jamaican champion, and in very good form. 52.97 this year. That season's best is wrong, that came up on screen. Kim Batten, the American champion, winner of Nice just before coming into these championships, has prepared very well indeed. Lives in Tallahassee, Florida, and is a wonderfully consistent 400-meter hurdler who didn't display marvelous technique, still doesn't really, but is the defending champion and the world record holder. Tatiana Tereshchuk, semi-finalist at the Olympic Games last year, made the final in Gothenburg and ended up in 5th there, the Ukrainian. Then in lane 7, nice surprise for the 25-year-old Irish girl Susan Smith to make this final. Really ran herself out in her semi-final. Only made that stage at the Olympic Games, but has gone one round better here, and everything to run for, although not a good lane draw in lane 7, and an even worse one for Debbie Paris of Jamaica out in lane 8. 2 Jamaicans, 2 Americans in this final. Paris has had a very busy season, maybe too busy. She's had 10 Grand Prix races already this year. Her best placings in Osaka and Eugene many weeks ago, right at the beginning of the season. So a very hard one to call this. Hemmings in lane 4 has had a series of wins on the circuit this year, has looked very strong, and has handily defeated Kim Batten on several occasions, notably in Lausanne and Oslo, where Batten was no better than 3rd and 4th. But if Batten can re-find her, or just find her Olympic form and her gold medal winning championship form from 2 years ago, and indeed her more recent form at the US Championships where she took her 5th title, then she could yet beat the Jamaican. Blackett is in 1 for Barbados, Buford-Bailey in 2 for the USA, Bidouane of Morocco in 3, Hemmings the Olympic champion in 4, Batten the defending champion in 5, Tereshchuk for Ukraine in 6, Smith of Ireland in 7, Debbie Paris of Jamaica in lane 8. Well, nobody's showing in these early stages, although Hemmings looks to have gone slightly faster than Kim Batten. That would be a surprise. The American is always very quick to commit herself over the 400-metre hurdles, but certainly Hemmings leads at the moment in lane 4. Hemmings taking the race to Batten. Batten will be unaware of this. That's the advantage of the inside lane, but Hemmings striding very strongly down the back straight there. Susan Smith has also gone out well for Ireland in lane 7, but Hemmings leads, trying to get up onto the shoulder of Batten here as this second bend stagger unwinds. Batten running very strongly, gritting her teeth there. She always looks good in the straight. Chops the stride badly for that one though, and as they come into the straight, it's Hemmings with a lead of a metre or so over Batten, that's all. Bidouane in lane 3, coming back now. She's in 3rd place, and she may catch Hemmings, she may catch Batten. She's past Batten, that's for sure, and she's going to take gold from Morocco. It's gold for Bidouane. The Moroccan 27-year-old causes one of the upsets of the championships there. Dion Hemmings takes silver, Batten the bronze, the time 52.97. A massive new personal best for Bidouane there. That is quite astonishing. 53.48 it was. She'd already improved it in Athens, and she goes almost half a second better there, just over half a second better to take gold. Steve, she looked so strong. She sized it up perfectly. It was a good lane draw, but really Hemmings didn't have any chance to react to that, did she?
Well, I was watching her through that first 200, and she really was quite a way down, but that's what she did in her rounds. And I think you and I had a little discussion again, we mentioned it already this evening, about who was going to win tonight, and I said just watch out for this Moroccan, because I think if and you said in the preview there before the race she could spring a surprise, and that's certainly what she did. But Hemmings went out so hard and really had all her eyes, I'm sure, on Batten. I'm positive that she probably didn't think the Moroccan could be so good. She obviously had improved big time when she came to these World Championships, but Hemmings, if she was going to run close to 53, must have thought that that would be good enough, and at this point was looking good. Susan Smith of Ireland had run a good first 250 or so, but Hemmings now, as she came into the home straight, knew she was probably past her main rival Kim Batten. It was just a case of concentrating over the last 2 flights. But look at the Moroccan. You wouldn't have given her a chance at the top of the home straight, but she really does finish well over the last 2 flights. That's what she did in the semis as well, and looking so good over the last 20 or 30. She had the momentum. Hemmings couldn't do anything about it. It was just far too late, and almost a look of incredulity that the Moroccan had got past her at 52.97. She deserved it.
The last Moroccans lift a big title in the 400 hurdles, of course. El Moutawakil in the 84 Olympic Games took gold in the 400 hurdles.
Excuse me, think your regular razor shaves as well as his Gillette Sensor XL?